Get out.
Hey everybody, we're just getting the room ready for awesome live. We've got a special guest tonight. There she is. And what I want to do is let everybody know. Yeah, that one. We have a special guest. I'm going to bring her on the screen now, Sarah Robinson.
Hello.
Can you see us?
I can see you.
Awesome, we're live. Okay, so everybody, welcome to our third X39 video on Instagram. My name is Ben, this is Jenna, and we are X39 brand partners. And on the line with us tonight, for the first time as the guest, is Sarah Robinson. Sarah, I know your screen is buffering just a little bit, so we'll let that catch up. But before I go into the question and answer part of it, I just want to remind everybody that my wife and I are brand partners with X39 Stem Cell Rejuvenation. We represent Naples, Florida, and Fort Worth, Texas. But we'll sell anywhere, and this is global. So, Sarah, I see the feed is buffered out, so welcome.
Oh, there is no.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Sarah?
Oh, I can hear you. Yes, sorry.
I got you now. I got you now.
I think we were still on the phone with each other or something. But
okay. Well, we disconnected. But Sarah, I just want to welcome you tonight to our third live for X39. And would you please go ahead and start by telling us a little bit about your testimony of how you got turned on to X39 and what it did for you, what you were battling, what it did for you, and yeah, just give us your testimony.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Thank you so much, Ben and Jenna. We've actually got to know each other pretty well and had to meet up a couple weeks ago, and I'm so glad that we are now in each other's lives. So my name's Sarah Robinson. I'm 36 years old. I live in Central Florida. My husband and I have been involved in something like this years and years and years ago with a wonderful product, but that kind of went to the wayside. We became farmers of all things, and I have 3 kids, and in July, I got a phone call from my brother, and he said, "Hey, Sarah, what do you know about stem cells?" I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't know much about stem cells. Tell me more. That sounds extremely interesting." Because a little backdrop for me, I signed a modeling agency. I signed with Elite Modeling Agency in South Beach when I was 17. I dropped out of high school to join, thought I was going to be a supermodel, and I ended up developing an eating disorder from that. And that caused me to have horrible, I don't know if it was my stomach lining, I don't know what, but horrible stomach problems from 18 until this last year. And I have gone to the doctor, done all the things. They can't tell me what's wrong. And they just basically said, take this medication and change your diet, and hopefully it will help. And nothing would help. I was always in pain. So I was pretty much open to anything. I've tried everything from Western to holistic medicine. I said, listen, I'll try anything. And I know that the stem cells are the healing process in the body. We're made up of trillions and trillions of cells. Stem cells' job, only 1/3 of our cells are stem cells. Stem cells' job is to heal and reproduce all the other cells in your body. So I was open. I knew that he told me that the product came with over 80 clinical trials, and we have 130 United States patents. So a company, or the United States will not give a company with a product like this a patent unless you can prove that it does what you say it does. So basically, if I wear this patch, my stem cells are going to get reactivated. I put the patch on. Now, this product doesn't heal, treat, cure any disease, but what it does is it gives your body the power to activate its own stem cells. Your stem cells then go in and do the healing. So once my stem cells were activated, within 10 days, immediately, I'm also an insomniac. I have been my entire life. I don't know if that's from my modeling years, but I would stay up, till 2 o'clock in the morning, get up at 7 and just be in a rat race. And I never have gone to bed early or slept through the night. That's just all, I just live with it. My mother was that way. My grandmother was that way. So immediately I noticed better sleep. Night 1, I think, Ben, you said the same thing with you as well. Yep. Night 1, better sleep. Then I noticed my energy level going up. By day 10, I noticed I'm not bloated today. My stomach didn't hurt after I ate that apple. Anything. I'd look at food and my stomach would hurt. And as the days went on, all all of my issues, all of my ailments with my tummy went away. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is something. I tried everything under the sun. What is going on with my body? And then at that point, I dove into the science. Basically how this works, it's a form of photolight therapy. So nothing actually enters the skin. What our CEO is David Schmidt. He has over 30 years in his career from research. And when he graduated from Pace University, he was noticed by the military, by the Navy SEAL program, and they asked him to come on board and invent something for Navy SEALs to have more energy and more vitality, because they will go into some of these mini submarines and they will go underneath the water for months and weeks at a time, and they have no access to light and just no energy. You know, when we go outside and the sun hits our skin, it does so much for us. One of the things is it produces vitamin D, which keeps us healthy. It's the same type of technology. So over a 2-year span, he started to get into the photolight world. Photolight therapy, which is also called photobiomodulation and frequency therapy, has been around since ancient Greek times. Albert Einstein said it would be the future of healing the body. So he did invent a patch. It was like an energy patch for Navy SEALs. So he took that patch, sold it to the, gave it through the contract to the military. They still use it to this day. And he went off in 2004 and started Lifewave. Over the last 20 years, he's been developing many different patches with one goal in mind, which was the stem cell activation patch, because he understood as a scientist and someone who has lived his whole life trying to improve others' health through photolight therapy. He knew that he wanted to find a way to help us rejuvenate our stem cells, because by the age of 30, your stem cell activation drops to 50%. And by the age of 60, only 10% of your stem cells are rejuvenating themselves. That's how they form in the body. They're almost like a phoenix. They die, but then they rejuvenate themselves. And what he has found is he can take organic nanocrystals, grow them in a lab. He infuses them with a frequency, also with some amino acids. Once you put it on your body and your body emits heat, your infrared light will hit that patch. It absorbs your heat. Your frequency is then taken with your heat back down into your body, which then will create a GHKCU copper peptide. And this copper peptide, it does many, many things, not just stem cell activation. It's also anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory. It helps with sleep, cardiovascular system. We just did a study, 14 out of 15 people in a 6-month period who wore the stem cell activation patch, their vascular age reversed in aging by 8 years. So it's not just anti-aging, it's anti-age, it's like age reversal. And what is like everyone does since COVID? Pardon?
A lot like the fountain of youth, right?
Right, yes, it's reversing age, not just stopping the aging process. So long story short, I've been on the patch now for 5 months. My skin is the best. I'm wearing very minimal makeup. I do not have Botox. I'm allergic to it. My skin is the best it's ever looked. My energy's through the roof. I sleep like a baby. My stomach pains are completely gone. And all because I reactivated my stem cells. I haven't changed anything else in my life. And I feel amazing. I told my husband the other day, I'm like, it's almost like I've always been I've never been diagnosed with it, but kind of ADD. I'm doing 15 things at one time. I lose my keys. I'm all over the place. And lately I've just noticed it's almost like my brain fog helmet has come off. I can see colors brighter. I'm more focused. I get things done. It's just so much more than just the first problem that I had, So it's just my vitality every single day over the last 5 months has improved so much. And really it breaks down to $3 and change a day. This product costs as much as a cup of coffee. It's affordable stem cell therapy. The average stem cell treatment is anywhere from $7,000 to $100,000. Okay, this is affordable stem cell. One patch costs $3 and change, so anybody can afford it. I'm so grateful that now someone like me who cannot afford a $7,000 stem cell treatment that has a 40% success rate, and in 6-7 months, because they're not rejuvenating themselves, I have to go back and get more, or a year or 2 years later, however long. It's just great that this technology is available to us, and it's helping so many people. I get daily phone calls.
Well, let me just show everybody. I happen to be wearing mine, and it's been 12 hours, so I will show everybody. This has been on my neck today. There's my patch. It looks kind of like a little circle Band-Aid, and I put it on the back of the bulge of my neck. And as everybody knows from our last live, I like Sarah, had some issues, and mine were from a car crash. And horrible rear end car crash, and I've been living like a tough guy for 5 years in pain, and took steroidal injections to the base of my skull, and had many doctors tell me they wanted to cut my neck open and operate on my neck. And I said, I'm still a young guy. I'm not going to cut a hole in my neck for surgery. And sure enough, a mutual friend of ours, Lee, who was also my realtor, said, Ben, let me put this patch on you and see if it can help you. And my story, now, Sarah, you can clarify this. Everybody's story is unique. I think you mentioned we can't tell the body where these peptides are going to activate first. Isn't that true?
Yes. So what will happen, and what's clinically proven to happen with the 80 clinical trials, is immediately when you wear the patch, over 4,000 genes in your body will start to reset to a more youthful state. Clinically proven. Okay. Then your next step is it's going to take, we all have stem cells inside of us. They don't go away. They just go dormant. So once that copper peptide in your body is activated, it's going to almost turn the engine back on, wipe off the dust, and those stem cells are going to get reactivated. They're going to start working in the body, lowering inflammation immediately, raising your antioxidant level. That's other things that copper peptide does. But once those stem cells get reactivated within a couple of days to a couple of weeks, that's when that deep healing really starts in the body, because your stem cells are going to start going. Stem cells are found in organs. They're found in your brain. They're found throughout your entire body. That's what we are made up of, is trillions of cells. So it's actually, the technology is pretty cool.
I agree, and I just wanted to let everybody know, Jenna and I have been on the patch for 2 months, so about half the time as Sarah. Jenna's testimony, as she gave the other day, was her knees. She's had 2 knee surgeries as a firefighter, and I know, and bursitis, I know there's a lot of firefighters. I saw Camelot Tools from the fire service on here, logged on. If you're still here, Camelot, thanks for joining in. But for all of those firefighters that are tuned in to Jenna's account, police, military, I know you guys are all out there. This video will be recorded and posted later, but I just want to let you know there are other options out there besides just living miserable in pain or masking the pain, which is what I was doing with chewing on Tylenols and everything else under the sun. So, Sarah, let me just transition to... we've talked about your testimony and the science and the cost. We know it's less than $3 a day. We spend more than that on our Starbucks, for Pete's sakes. Yeah. But tell us a little bit about the business side of it, because as first responders, Jenna and I, and government, we are towards the end of our careers, and we're looking to transition into the private sector. And thanks to you guys, you got our feet in the pool, so to speak. With the sales side of X39, tell us how the company rewards its brand partners.
So this is basically kind of a word of mouth setup. So my husband, we are farmers. We also are into real estate investments. I also have a couple Airbnbs, and we have an RV resort. So and we have 3 kids on top of all that. So we are very busy. We were not necessarily looking for something like this at the time, but we all know what's going on in our economy right now. Everybody's looking to fill the gaps. The economy is not as good as it was a couple months ago. People are getting nervous. So even though I thought I don't have time for this, I know I needed it. And a little backstory is Devin and I, when I was a broke dropout of high school, my husband was working for his father, making $400 a week when I met him. We got into a business platform just like this with a health product, and we ran with that company for 10 years and made over 8 figures. It completely changed our life. I mean, astronomically. I grew up in a very poor family. That's a lot of money. So it can change our life. And not just us. In order to be successful in this type of industry, you have to help a lot of people be successful. So if you don't like people, if you don't like to help anybody, this probably isn't for you. So basically what they do is the company makes the product, they ship the product, they do the customer service on there. And when it comes to shipping and product, maybe if there's product shipping issues or whatever, they take care of all that. They pay off the commissions. My job, and your job as a brand partner, is to share the product. It's just like when you find a good restaurant, or you see a good movie, or you find a pair of jeans at a store that you like and you tell your friends, or a pair of shoes and you post about it on social media. Same thing, it's word of mouth marketing. So when I share this product with someone and tell them about it, I might give them a sample, or they might get in right away and I give them a couple to get started. They get started, and then the company's going to reward me for that. Now, there's a handful of people who just want to use the product, and that is perfectly fine. We have a wonderful customer program. But then there are a big group of people who are interested in the business side of this. And if they are, we also get rewarded for helping those people. I get rewarded for supporting them, for doing these sort of informational calls. My husband's actually in the other room right now. We have 18 people on, it's our first group. We just had our first meeting tonight. I can't speak Spanish. So my sponsor, who sponsored us, who's from Mexico, he's doing a meeting with 18 people from Mexico on a call right now. So that's why I'm in my den and not in my normal spot. So it's just really cool. So we get rewarded for helping people build their business, just doing things like this. And what's great is this isn't like your old school moms like Amway or anything back in the day. Everything's changed, and you have to shift and change with industries. So where before my husband and I would have to leave our house 4 or 5 nights a week, go into people's houses, talk about it. They stay there till 10:30 at night. We don't have to do that anymore. We get to do this from our home. I get to work from my phone. My kids are in my kitchen right now chasing my cat in circles. I get to build this business from my house, from the comfort of my own home. Thankful for social media, thankful for Zooms. That's how we build our entire business. We actually are having a very big Zoom tomorrow night. If anybody would like to jump on, we do one every Tuesday night where we give way more information on the product and the company. But yes, we've already replaced one of our company's incomes in just 5 short months. And we're just really excited about it. I mean, the company's been around for 18 years. This isn't there's over 500 new direct sales companies every year, and only about 5 of them make it to their second year. So it's very risky getting started in a new company. What's really cool and different about this one is they've been around for 18 years. They're an established, well-established business, legitimate, incredible company that's already in 75 different countries. So that's how I'm building business right now in Mexico. And I also have a team in Australia because of the power of direct sales and because of the power of these platforms. And I do it from my house. The company has been around for 18 years, but this stem cell patch was launched in 2019. So our company is stable. We're already set up to do over $1 billion in sales, and we're taking the company to that. And it's just super exciting right now.
You know, it is exciting. And again, we've only been with, as brand partners, distributors, for barely 2 months.
Yeah.
But I know that there's a lot of rewards with the company, a lot of money to be made. And like you said it yourself, in today's crazy world, if you can find something to supplement your income or even replace it and work from home, I think that is the ideal situation. Can you give the viewers a little bit of information on what the company does as far as returns? Explain the system where you sign up as a brand partner and the people below you sell. Can you explain how the levels work?
Yeah, so we have 5 different ways that we get paid through the company. We're not just trading hours for dollars. So if we bring a customer on board and a customer purchases, we get paid 20% of whatever customer purchase they make. That also counts towards our overhead in the business. So our customer purchases, if we get 3 customers in a month that order, you have no overhead in the business. So you're basically in business for free if you get a couple customers a month. And you get 20% of those sales. Second is if you bring a brand partner on board, they're going to come in on some type of product pack. Whether they get the smallest one, which is basically $125, anybody can do that, all the way up to the $1,700 kit. They're going to pay you either $15, $50, $100, $300, or up to $500 for bringing a brand partner in on a product pack. Then we have a binary bonus, meaning anytime someone underneath you orders product, that product turns into volume points. Those volume points come up to you, and you're going to get paid off of the volume. That bonus maxes out at $25,000 a week. My last business, it was only $10,000 a week. Their account plan is by far the best I've ever seen. Then we have a bonus where anyone who I sponsor, I'm going to get 25% of their binary bonus. So that $25,000 a week they can make, I can make up to 25% of that. And then on your second level, which would be anyone that Ben sponsors, I make 20% of that. And then those people, anyone they sponsor, down to 3 generations deep, I can make up to 20%, which is really cool. So that's almost like a franchise bonus. You're helping when people make money in your business and you help them, the company is going to reward you for that. And then there's incentives. My husband and I today actually just found out we just won a trip to Aruba, and we've been building this business for 5 months. Thanks. So we've been building it for 5 months.
You definitely deserve it because you guys are hustling, so to speak, as the youngsters like to call it.
Oh, well, you know what they say, if you want to get something down, ask a busy person, because I want freedom, you know, and I'm sure that's exactly what you guys want. The money is great, but really what I want and what makes me feel rich in life is having freedom and time with my kids and with my friends and my family. And that's really my goal. And my goal is to help other people do the same. The money's great. It's wonderful, but that money gives me freedom to spend more time with my kids. So that's what really excites me. And the company does pay out what you asked. The company pays 60% back out to distributors. So
that's the quote. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. You know, I think we're going to finish on that high note there is, you know, you told me not too long ago in a Zoom call, which to reiterate to everybody, we're going to put a link in tonight's video with Sarah's Zooms. Try and catch up to those. Those are full of information, really, really good stuff. But remember, we wouldn't be promoting this and we wouldn't have bought into the company if we didn't believe in it and use it. And we believe in this product now more than ever after the last 2 years and this world's been turned upside down. We found something that truly works and is natural. And so we're very grateful for you, Sarah, and your husband. We wish you guys the best. I won't hold you up. I know you got to get back to your Mexico international call.
Divide and conquer.
Yes, yes. But we hope to have you and your husband on again to Super Jenna's Lives. But thank you again, Sarah, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.